The ending credits music is a Jimi Hendrix song called 1983, A Merman I Should Turn to Be. The lyrics are about how the singer is sick and tired of the war going on at the time, which was the Vietnam War, and how he wants to dive deep into the ocean with his lover and turn to a merman. At the end of the song, they reach Atlantis. The medium of video games is a fascinating one. Even though it is younger than the medium of movies, theater, and music, in some cases it is as popular if not more as other mediums. Video games have had massive increase in popularity in the recent decades, and rightfully so. They are awesome, they are fun, they are immersive, they can even be life-changingly beautiful. But when a random person thinks about video games, what immediately comes to their mind is, well, fun, shooting stuff, playing sports, maybe Candy Crush, and etc, etc. But what most people usually don't think of when it comes to video games is a good story. I am in no way saying that video games don't have good stories. Hell no. There are some fantastic video games with gripping stories and compelling narratives. What I'm saying is that when it comes to video games, gameplay comes first, at least in my opinion. And most of the time, because game developers feel insecure about the medium of games, that they try to imitate movies in their stories. You know, unskippable cutscenes, celebrity voice actors, ads, and the same boring shit that Sony releases every year. Millions of gamers who believe Last of Us is the best game of all time because it's cinematic. Safe to say that developers are still quite close-minded when they want to fully implement the freedom that comes when playing a game into their stories. There are some exceptions though, like Stanley's Parable and this game and that game. And to be completely honest, maybe it's not worth making a good story in a game. If the game is fun, it sells. Hell, even if it is ass, it still sells. But there's a game which we want to talk about today, and the story of the game is really compelling, memorable, gut-wrenching, and beautiful, and is considered a 10 out of 10 story, even if the gameplay is mediocre at best and fucking trash at worst. This game will always be one of the best stories I have ever experienced in video games. That game is called Spec Ops The Line. If you see the cover of this game, you would probably think to yourself, another military shooter. It ain't even first person. Nah, I'll pass. And you would be completely justified to think like that. Hell, even if you had seen the cover back in 2013 when the game was released, you would have probably thought the same. The truth is, on the surface, Spec Ops The Line has nothing special to offer. The gameplay is not terrible, but it's nothing to write home about. You shoot, you take cover, throw grenades, and all that boring jazz. Games have come a long way when it comes to gameplay and combat, but today we are not going to discuss the combat. Let's waste no more time and dive deep into the insanity that is the story of Spec Ops The Line. Goes without saying, but spoilers for the entirety of the game. The game starts with the main character of the game, Martin Walker, narrating about a natural disaster in the form of a huge and terrible sandstorm that happened in Dubai, which completely decimated the city and cut it off from the rest of the world. As always, the government didn't take it seriously and utterly failed in evacuating the city. Millions of people died. The 33rd Battalion of the United States Army was ordered to evacuate the city and leave the civilians to die. The commander of said battalion, John Conrad, disobeyed that order, cut off all communications, and decided to stay in the city in order to help the civilians. Walker and Conrad served together in Afghanistan, where Conrad saved Walker's life. That's why Walker puts a lot of respect in his name and was dispatched to Dubai to find the 33rd and Conrad and figure out what happen in this godforsaken city. You play as a Delta Force squad captain called Martin Walker, and your squad includes Sergeant Lugo and Lieutenant Adams. If I'm not mistaken, Delta Force is like the strongest Spec Ops unit in the United States Army, but you can fact check me on that. After exploring the outskirts of Dubai, we find the distress beacon which was transmitting Conrad's message. Who made this beacon? No fucking clue. We also find the corpse of a 33rd soldier, and when we are met by the insurgents in Dubai, who for some fucking reason speak Farsi. Like, who the fuck made the...
You speak Farsi? Maybe we can understand each other better. Agar in Torim harf bezanim.
Good call, Lugo.
This could go south real fast, Walker.
سرباز آمریکایی هستیم. اینجا هستیم که کمکتون کنیم.
See that bus over there? It's filled with sand. Push comes to shove, shoot out the windows.
Fight breaks out because they hate Americans, as they should.
Everyone move!
Who the fuck are these guys? They're refugees, survivors of the storm. That's good, right? This is radio command. Give them the news. Be my guest. I'm sure they'll stop shooting so you can make a phone call.
Gentlemen, less talking, more shooting!
And the people who were supposed to be rescued by us are instead killed by us.
I thought we were rescuing people. The hell was that?
I'm picking up a distress call.
Patch it through.
Lugo receives another message from some 33rd soldiers, and we decide to push on and find them to figure out what the hell is happening here. We kill some other insurgents and find a dying 33rd soldier who tells us that we gotta find another soldier called McPherson in a place called The Nest. While in The Nest, we hear music being played loudly and an unhinged American on the radio.
Hey! You guys hear music?
Who cares? Just shut up and keep fighting!
It's just in. An unwarranted assault on the 33rd today means, you guessed it, an end to the ceasefire. All insurgents wishing to surrender, please report to your nearest outpost for processing. We now return to our regularly scheduled broadcast. Here we go.
Let me go on record and say this shit just got weird.
Later on, we find another American seemingly ordering the insurgents around. He mentions a 33rd captured soldier. We go down the elevator shaft and find the residence of some survivors. And then, we see some soldiers who were executed.
Christ. These soldiers were massacred.
Nah. Look how they're lined up. This was an execution.
Just like the Kabul death squads.
Shit.
Yeah. Shit.
We reach the American who's torturing the 33rd soldier, who happens to be McPherson, and the American is a CIA agent. He's asking about the number of soldiers in the water depot.
Stationed at the water depot. Get your licks in while you can, Agent. 33rd's on their way here right now.
Damn can't save you. The 33rd lost their balls the day they went rogue.
Fuck you. Dubai would be at peace if you hadn't stirred up the locals. Got them killing soldiers again. Did you really think we weren't gonna fight back?
We hoped you would. The CIA doesn't start what it can't finish.
Well, now's the time to prove it, because I'm not telling you shit.
No! What the hell?
Hold your fire!
We kill the agent and rescue the soldier. In this gunpoint, we are offered with the first choice of the game: killing McPherson or letting him go. Spoiler alert, this choice has no consequences and will not change anything. Correction, all the choices in this game have no consequences and will not change anything. That is not me criticizing the game, however. You'll see why. I chose to let him go so that he can lead us to the 33rd. We find a CIA base downstairs. They hid their base behind civilians, and McPherson, who thought we were the CIA, informs his other 33rd friends, and they ambush us. In self-defense, we kill them, and the 33rd soldiers who were supposed to be rescued by us were instead murdered by us. We push forward and meet some other 33rd. They are convinced that we work for the CIA and open fire. We have no choice but to fire back. Now we are killing US soldiers. This is getting way out of hand. But Walker is convinced that we had no other choice, and we have to find Conrad to figure out what's happening here. Even though the 33rd are led by Conrad, and if they have gone rogue, their colonel must be responsible, Walker believes the man who once saved him in Kabul would never do that.
We're Delta Force! We're here to help!
Do the words friendly fucking fire mean anything
For some reason, the 33rd are rounding up civilians for execution. Apparently there was a truce between the insurgents and the soldiers, but with the help of the CIA and us stirring up conflict, that truce is gone. I would like to add this point about the civvies we meet in the game. You can just kill them, and the game doesn't give you a game over saying, oh, you can do that, that's illegal. You can just straight up commit war crimes in this game. Even if you don't kill them, they still blame you for all the damage that's been done.
We need a translator to know they're hurting.
What are they saying now?
These people want us gone.
We should get out of here. Leave these people to grieve.
Yeah, I think that's the least we can do. Come on.
We hear another signal. This time, the 33rd has captured a CIA agent and are torturing him, asking him why the CIA came to Dubai. Walker decides to go looking for the source, even though it is clearly a trap laid by the 33rd trying to lure in more agents. The radio man, who is speculated to be the one in charge of the 33rd, is quite unhinged. Walker actually remembers him from his tour in Afghanistan. Maybe there was a division of power in the 33rd and Conrad isn't the leader anymore, and the remaining forces are led by the radio man. Later on, we find a site filled with burnt bodies and executed soldiers. Now we know for a fact that the 33rd suffered from a power struggle. We move on and find the source of the signal we were looking for, and yeah.
If this is Daniels, he's been dead a long time.
We've been set up.
What the hell's going on, Lugo?
No fucking clue.
Whoa, feedback.
Identify yourself.
Me? Who the hell are you?
Captain, go fuck yourself.
Well now, Captain. This little trap was meant for a fox named Gould. But you ain't Gould. In fact, I don't know who you are. No one does. And that's dangerous.
Dangerous to who?
Everyone.
I mean, come on. You didn't actually think we'd just let you walk in here, did you?
Yeah, we did. We're looking for survivors.
Well, you found some. It's a bitch, ain't it?
Turns out this was a trap to lure in more CIA agents, specifically one agent called Gould. The 33rd is convinced that Delta is either CIA or an enemy, so they open fire. Then we see Agent Gould. He tries to help us escape. Since we have no choice but to trust them, we follow his lead. We know that the CIA is aiding the insurgents to fight the 33rd, but why? Is there a good intention behind their actions? I mean, it's the CIA we're talking about, and if you remember earlier, they mentioned something about a water depot. But for now, we have to find Gould.
Hold on. You smell that?
You're kidding, right? We're ankle deep in death. Of course I smell it.
No, not that.
This terror you are witnessing is called white phosphorus, a highly flammable chemical agent which ignites when in contact with oxygen. It is also very poisonous. If it doesn't kill you, it will definitely suffocate you to death. While not directly banned by the international humanitarian law, it is subject to heavy restrictions, and you can see why. We reach another segment of the game where we have to make a choice. Save Agent Gould or let these civilians die. Or save the civvies, and you get the idea. No matter what you do, Gould dies. On his corpse, we find a map leading to a place called the Gate. During the mission, we see that Walker is 100% determined to see the mission through. He does not question his actions because he believes that what he does is the right thing. Adams does question their actions, but he doesn't show his disapproval openly. He's one of those rough and gruff military guys who always obey orders. Lugo, on the other hand, is rightfully skeptical about everything. His mission was to evacuate the civilians and rescue the 33rd, but he spent most of the mission murdering them. He was funny and unserious at the start of the game, but now he's everything but funny and unserious.
This is just fucked.
What are you talking about?
People died back there. Not just soldiers and civilians, but Gould. Our best chance of getting out of this hellhole.
Calm down, Lugo. There's nothing we could have done.
Don't tell me to calm down. We got no idea what the fuck we're doing here.
Yeah, you're right. Putting your faith in Gould, you are fucking clueless. Man, I'm through with this shit.
Fuck you! At least I'm doing my job! You're the one who's fine, just sitting back, waiting for things to unfuck themselves.
You think I like watching these people die, huh? You think I won't carry this shit to my fucking grave?
Stand down! Both of you! Stand the fuck down! The fuck is wrong with you two? We're in the middle of a fucking war zone, and you're fighting in the dirt like a couple of goddamn kids! You are Delta operators. Fucking act like it! All right then. We good?
Yeah.
Lugo!
Yes, sir.
Good. Now let's keep moving.
After a bit of walking, we reach the gate, the most infamous part of the game. There are so many enemies at the gate that it's impossible to fight them head on. Therefore, we have to use this mortar over here. But it doesn't shoot missiles, it shoots white phosphorus. But I guess we have no choice but to defend ourselves. I'm sure it's okay. Oh.
No one's moving. It's over.
He's right, Walker.
Okay. We're done. Let's get down there. Want to reach that gate before reinforcements arrive.
Even though I didn't have a choice, this feels wrong. So very wrong. And it's all my fault.
This was too much. Stop talking.
What you just say? It means the smoke is toxic. Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, right.
Gee.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Let's just keep moving.
Why?
You brought this on yourself.
We were helping.
Help? Are you kidding me? Who the fuck were you trying to help? Wait a second.
Are those civilians?
This moment, without a doubt, is the most terrifying, gut-wrenching, and heartbreaking moment I have ever experienced in a video game. More shocking than no Russians. More terrifying than all those times playfully murdering NPCs in GTA. This is the moment when the game itself literally points the finger of blame at you. You turn these people into fucking killers.
Stop right there, Lugo. What it is, he wouldn't we have a choice. He turned us into fucking killers. Enough, Sergeant. No.
We need to keep moving.
What?
Walker, for some fucked up reason, still wants to push on and find the 33rd, but this time he wants to murder them for seemingly using these civilians as human shields. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Despite Walker's illusions about the mission and saving people, there's nobody left to save. The 33rd consider Delta a bigger threat than the CIA because of our war crimes. Walker and the squad push on to find another agent called Riggs. Later on, we find another executed 33rd squad. Now we are sure that the 33rd was divided into two groups, the Damned and the Exiled. The Damned, led by Conrad, volunteered to stay in Dubai to help with the evacuation, despite their direct orders telling them not to. When they realized mass evacuation of Dubai was impossible, they declared a strict martial law in order to preserve their resources and save whatever's left of the city and the people. But as we saw during the game, their methods were fucking psychotic to say the least. The Exiled opposed Conrad and therefore were executed. And here's when Conrad finally makes contact with Walker. He, as suspected, is not an ally.
Captain Walker. Yes, I remember you. Kabul, I think it was. You performed admirably under the circumstances.
Colonel,
I don't know
please.
if I told you that.
What's going on here?
Survival, Captain. Plain and simple. Everything is teetering on the edge of everything. But this you already know. The rest you'll have to see for yourself. Welcome to Dubai, gentlemen.
Walker still wants to find him though. He orders us to move ahead until we reach two hanging bodies, one of a thief, one of a murderer. He demands us to judge them by killing only one of them. Another choice which matters very little. So little that I decided not to choose at all. We go forward and realize that Conrad is most probably in Burj Khalifa. Walker is not leaving Dubai until he meets Conrad. On our way, we help the forces of Agent Riggs. He tells us that the only way to cripple the 33rd is to steal their water tankers. That's why that agent early on in the game was asking that soldier about the water depot. Delta and Riggs devise a plan to raid the water depot. The CIA orders the insurgents to attack the front gate while Delta and Riggs sneak in the back. When sneaking in, the 33rd finally uses their trump card, the Zulu squad, the most elite soldiers of the 33rd Battalion. But since I was playing on normal mode, they didn't pose much of a threat. They just had more HP and utilized more tools. Later on, Conrad talks to us on the comms. He reveals the obvious truth about the CIA's intentions, to bury the 33rd along with all their secrets. The world is not ready to know about the horrors which happened in Dubai and how incompetent the governments of the UAE and the US actually were when dealing with this disaster. There's no way in hell that the CIA actually cares about saving people. They do what they always do, bury the utter stupidity of their higher-ups. We finally reach the water tankers and steal them. Even though everybody will die of dehydration if these tankers are destroyed, they open fire. Humans are complete fucking idiots when facing a crisis, aren't they? Riggs would rather destroy the tankers instead of letting them stay with the 33rd and the civilians who are still with them. And that's exactly what happens.
In 4 days, this city will begin dying of thirst. Just like Riggs wanted. This is your fault, Walker. You did this, not me.
Go on, get the fuck out of here!
Over here! Riggs? Where are you? I can't see... Oh, shit.
The water's gone. That's all that matters. Fuck. This ain't how it's supposed to end.
He was right about you.
Look, if people find out what he did, the whole region will declare war on us. And we'll lose. Now the world will never know.
You're insane.
It's funny. Gould said the same thing. What I did may not have been nice, but it was right. Besides, it's not like I'm walking out of here. Just do me a favor, huh? Don't let me burn. Go on, Walker. Do it. Please. Why are you just standing there? Come on! Wait. Where the hell are you going? Walker! 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 Walker!
Yeah, I let Riggs burn to death instead of giving him an easy way out. Fuck Riggs. And fuck the CIA. We get reunited with Lugo and Adams and decide to find a radio man. They can use his broadcasting setup to send a message back to the US. The city must be evacuated before everyone dies of thirst. When going down a zipline and kicking down an enemy soldier, Walker starts his trip down Crazy Lane.
What are you doing?
Adams, you can't do this, man!
Damn it, Walker! No!
Jesus! What the fuck did you do, Walker?
Before we reach the radio man's base, he starts to have crazy comments about the soldiers we kill, kinda making fun of the whole ludonarrative dissonance idea.
I like that guy. Oh, he only had 2 more days to retirement. He got another one! Maybe?
Watch him!
I didn't really know that guy. Well, shit, there goes my fantasy football. Wife and kids!
Breathe easy.
That's all of it. Please think of the children. Ah, jeez. Where's all this violence coming from, man? Is it the video games? I bet it's the video games.
like that's a real gun.
When we reach him, the rightfully so pissed off Lugo sets up the broadcasting device and guns the radio man the fuck down. Walker sends the message, but will anyone hear it? At this point, everyone's lost their fucking mind. Walker goes on a rampage on the 33rd, leaving no one alive.
Wait, this isn't right!
Well, it's too late now!
No, I mean, we did this already!
What do you mean?
Fuck it! It's nothing! Just shoot these fucking guys!
You got it!
This kind of fucked my mind when I first heard it. What do you mean, Walker? How do you remember the beginning of the game? Have we been just reliving your memories up until now? Is it possible that you have lied about what's happened before? Are you an unreliable narrator? Are we in fucking hell?
There were over 5,000 people alive in Dubai the day before you arrived. How many are alive today, I wonder? How many will be alive tomorrow? I thought my duty was to protect this city from the storm. I was wrong. I have to protect it from you.
Walker.
Are you there?
God damn it, Walker.
We wake up and reunite with Adams, but Lugo is missing. We gotta find him. At this point in the game, other than Walker's appearance, which is scarred, to say the least, he even starts to sound possessed. Instead of shouting his war commands or whatever you call it, he says this.
He's dead! Fuck you! Cover me! I'm reloading!
Even the loading screens don't give you gameplay tips anymore. The game starts to feel very different from this point onward. Even Adams, who was always the loyal soldier, starts having doubts about Walker. Lugo radios us and says he's held him in Conrad's backyard. He goes to a civilian camp nearby, but apparently those civvies are closing in on him. We go to the camp ASAP, but we are too late. The locals have hanged Lugo. We cannot save him. At this point, we are confronted with another choice. Kill the civilians or shoot the air so they run away. Since I'm not a psychopath, I shot the air, but who cares? At this point, I have caused so much damage that killing or not killing a few people would not change the scale in favor or against us. This isn't a rescue op anymore. It's about revenge. Revenge against the 33rd and Conrad. Walker and Adams push on and kill everything that moves on their way. At this point in the game, the 33rd doesn't consider Delta as CIA or insurgents or any other thing. They think of Delta as the grim fucking Reaper. The situation is so out of control that peace is not an option. This part is the final combat encounter of the game and it's very hard. After finishing this segment, Walker has another hallucination.
Get down!
Welcome to hell, Walker. We've been waiting for you.
Walker, what are you doing? What the fuck? Walker, we need to take out that mortar!
Another shot from that mortar!
Shit! Another fucking heavy! Take cover, goddammit!
Lugo!
You out of your fucking mind?
You left me to die!
Shit! Open fire!
Don't you get it? It's all a lie!
No!
You no fucking hero!
I tried to save you!
Sustaining casualty.
The only villain here
We should keep
is you,
moving.
Walker.
They'll be on us soon.
There's only you.
The 33rd uses all they have to throw one final attack at us. They have us surrounded. We can't do anything other than drop our guns or die. Adams refuses to die for nothing, so he sacrificed himself to give Walker a chance to enter the tower. Walker takes that chance. Now we are finally in the tower. This is what remains of the 33rd. In a very twisted way, we have won. It's time for Conrad to face the music. He's held up in his fancy penthouse. Wait, that painting looks... Oh my god. What is going on here?
No matter how hard I tried, I never could escape the reality of what happened here. That was my downfall. There, finished. I hope you like it.
What the hell is going on?
Your eyes are opening for the first time. It hurts, doesn't it? Go on. What do you think?
You did this.
No, you did. Your orders killed 47 innocent people. Someone has to pay for your crimes, Walker. Who's it going to be? It seems that reports of my survival have been greatly exaggerated.
This is impossible.
Oh, I assure you, it is.
How?
Not how. Why? You were never meant to come here.
We have our orders. Leave the city, radio command from outside the storm wall. They send in the cavalry, we go home.
What happened here was out of my control.
Was it? None of this would have happened if you just stopped. But on you marched. And for what?
We tried to save you.
You're no savior. Your talents lie elsewhere.
This is your fault, goddammit!
Stop right there, Lugo.
He wouldn't listen!
We didn't have a choice!
He turned us into fucking killers!
This isn't my fault.
It takes a strong man to deny what's right in front of him. And if the truth is undeniable, you create your own.
What the hell happened?
I don't know, he just stopped moving.
Walker, snap out of it!
I get it. We have to choose.
The truth, Walker, is that you're here because you wanted to feel like something you're not. A hero.
Lugo! You left me to die!
I'm here because you can't accept what you've done. It broke you.
Colonel? Colonel, please.
What's going on, Walker?
It's Conrad. He did it. All of it.
You needed someone to blame, so you cast it on me. A dead man. I know the truth is hard to hear, Walker, but it's time. You're all that's left, and we can't live this lie forever.
This is the plot twist of Spec Ops The Line. Conrad has been dead for a while now, and Walker used the idea of him to free himself of the blame. The blame for killing the insurgents, the civilians, the 33rd, destroying the city's water resources, and so many more crimes. Walker, the player, you and me, we wanted to be a hero. From the moment we started playing, we thought we were the good guys. We wanted to rescue people, and all the ones we killed in combat was in self-defense. All the choices in the game were pointless. We were helpless at making meaningful choices, and a self-righteous killer who thought they were in the right. What happened in Dubai was mass murder, and we were the one who pulled the trigger. Do you feel like a hero yet? This plot twist made me lose my mind the first time I played the game. This plot twist made me look in the mirror and ask myself, do you feel like a hero yet? This plot twist is the best at conveying the feeling of guilt, because it was me who did all of that. And even though I was helpless at stopping all the bad things that happened, the game gives us one and only one choice that actually matters, and that's how to end the game. In this final confrontation, you have two choices. Shoot your reflection, letting it all end, or shoot the mental projection of Conrad. If we shoot Conrad, we take control of what's left of the 33rd, which is probably no one, and send an evac request. Some American soldiers arrive in Dubai and are met by Walker, wearing Conrad's clothes, fully absorbing his persona. The soldiers ask us to drop our weapon. Here, there are three ending options. The first one is dropping the gun and going back home with the soldiers. This feels wrong. I don't think Walker can live a normal life after this. I don't think Walker deserves a normal life after this. And he himself admits that he didn't survive in Dubai. The second ending is fighting the soldiers and losing. When dying, Walker thinks about one of his old conversations with Conrad about how men like them don't get to go home, but they can still achieve peace. If by peace he meant being put down like the rabid dogs they were. The third ending is fighting the soldiers and winning. In this ending, Walker fully embodies Conrad's persona and becomes the big bad villain of Dubai, someone who the US has to send another team to assassinate. Maybe another Delta squad will be dispatched in Dubai, who knows. All of these endings feel wrong. Yes, sure, the game didn't actually give me a choice to stop committing war crimes. It might feel hypocritical to blame the player over and over again for the atrocities that happened. I can understand if some people are put off by this type of narrative. I think even a game like The Last of Us 2 suffers from this. But The Last of Us 2 is a 20-hour game with a narrative that unfolds without the player's choice. And the things that happen in its plot are But Spec Ops The Line's campaign took me 4 or 5 hours to beat, and the first time I played it, because I was so used to the military shooter genre, I didn't stop once to question myself, both because I never had to second guess myself when, for example, shooting the 33rd for the first time because of self-defense, and because the game does such a good job of letting you commit these war crimes and giving you passable excuse for committing them. During the game, you don't feel that guilty, because there were genuine reasons to use white phosphorus. I didn't mean to kill this lady, she just ran in front of my iron sight. I didn't want to destroy the water tankers. It was rigs. The game gives you enough justification mixed with enough disgusting and vomit-inducing American self-righteousness to keep you going. All of that bullshit about, oh, the country is so fucked, it is my responsibility to save it, and then proceeds to fuck that country even more. Walker's bullshit about saving people and being a hero becomes painfully stupid at the end, and his guilt, or our guilt, is unbearable. But there are a lot of things that still feel very wrong. The pieces don't fit. Why does Walker say we have done this before during the turret fight? Why does the 33rd surrender even though a minute ago they had Walker and Adams surrounded? What the hell is the deal with Conrad? Why did he wear his clothes? There are moments in the game where Walker hallucinates and absurd things start happening. Is it all even real? The answer is probably not. Walker is experiencing all of these moments over and over again in his head. He is so lost, so consumed by guilt, so utterly desperate to see himself as a hero that he has created his very own personal hell. Nothing he does matters. All the choices he makes are pointless. All that bullshit about saving people was useless. Walker is a demon who destroyed Dubai, and he is completely unable to understand that. He looked at the abyss inside and fell down so low that there's no coming back up. Even if he goes home with the soldiers or defeats them, his suffering will not end. When another person picks up the game and decides to play it, Walker is doomed to relive those moments again. Walker is a demon, and the game puts you in his shoes. If all of this is real, if Walker is not in hell, then the best ending in the game is to send him there yourself.